I'm Demi. Welcome back. This is part 2 of mind mapping. So the first video we did brainstorming. This video we're going to talk about developing and planning your topic. All right. So yeah, what's highlighted in red right here is what we're talking about today. Again, this can be used for any age, any work level, any kind of writing. You're going to need a blank piece of paper. You're going to need any writing utensil, different color preferably. You're going to need your writing assignment if you have one, and any notes, drafts, or brainstorming that you might already have. All right, let's get started. All right, this is our map from last time, okay? So I came up with 4 topics I could write about, more narrow topics and animals, right? And I'm going to go ahead for this video and pick dogs. Again, if you want to go through and use one of these 3 as an example and kind of make a mind map just to practice, that's cool. But we're going to use dogs for this video. Alright, so here's my paper. I've got dogs written all by itself. And then I'm going to ask myself, what are the 2 things, or a couple things that I think about right off the bat when I think about dogs? Well, the 2 things I think about are my dog, and I think about service animals. I used to be a teacher in a school that had helped train a service animal. So I've seen a little bit of the effects of what that can mean for somebody. So here we go. Alright, I'm going to show you the video of this all finished, okay? Alright, so you'll see real quick, I put the details of what different types of service dogs. I'm then talking about different types of dog breeds and maybe what they were created for. Notice here, I've put little dashes like to anchor another idea, but there's no idea off of those little anchors, and that's okay. I just know that there are other purposes that people have created different dog breeds for, and I just can't remember them. So I'm just leaving them blank for now. Again, I'm not going in any particular order. I'm just sort of going where my brain takes me. This whole process, I sped it up here for the video, but it took about 10 to 15 minutes. Talking here about ways to get a dog and what dogs need to be taken care of. Alright, so as you can tell, I've got lots of details here. Let's dive in and let's kind of pick this apart and see if I can create a plan. So this process was the same as the last process when we did the bigger map of the broader topic. So it's the same steps. You're just kind of using it with that more narrow topic to then create a plan. Alright, so this is my finished mind map about dogs, but you'll notice I've added all the color. Don't worry, I'm going to show you the video of how I added the color, but I wanted to explain it first, because the video doesn't really show the edges very clearly, and I wanted to walk you through it first. So, alright, so I kind of broke this apart. Remember, I kind of talked about my own dog, service dogs, and then the different categories I added, sort of these initial anchors kind of off my main bubble were about how dogs are great pets, dogs are used for different purposes, dogs need lots of care, how to get dogs, okay, how dogs need training. So then I kind of took my different colors and I just sort of use those different colors to represent different topics within my paper, okay? So it's a research paper, right? So I'm going to need to make sure, whatever my assignment says, my fake assignment, I'm going to need to make sure that I have sources, that I have like different facts, and I'm not just making stuff up and writing things down that I think. I'm actually supporting it with information that I have found from reputable sites or reputable sources. So I'm going to use this example of my dog, and I can't research my dog. I can't. So, but I could use it as a good attention getter, right? So I've got this kind of labeled in red. The mentioning that I own a dog would be good for my introduction and good for my attention getter. And then I've found the next sort of 3 bigger points that I could use as the main topics that I'm going to talk about. So first of all, dogs make a great family pet. The role that maybe service dogs play in helping humans, and then the different reasons that different dog breeds were created and the different skills that dogs are capable of. So I thought about this and I sort of tumbled all these things around in my brain, and I'm wondering if the title for my paper could be the role of dogs in our culture or the role of dogs in American life. And that's where I'm sort of at so far. Notice this box really isn't connected to anything. It's just kind of hanging out in the corner as an idea for a title. And then, since I have 3 topics, you know what that means. It means I need a thesis, okay? Any research paper, generally speaking, any academic paper needs a thesis. And again, I've got it hanging out kind of in a box in the corner over here, so I can go ahead and put my thesis in there when I use it. But it's going to include these 3 topics, right? That's going to go in my thesis. You'll notice I don't really have anything going on over here in this little corner, okay? I didn't really feel like my paper needed a 4th topic so far, so I'm not going to include one. However, once I get writing, maybe I do want to add a 4th topic. Maybe I do want to add more things. So I've sort of labeled this as a question mark, but also that these things sort of pertain to the caring of animals. They also pertain to some justice issues around owning animals, such as where you get your dog from. Yeah, so that's that part. And then you'll also notice these little bubbles I've left empty, these little circles. Those represent areas where I need to find facts, and I need research, and I need my resources. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how I, sort of the process of how I sort of divided this up. All right, so this process probably took me about maybe 5 to 10 minutes. It's way easier once you kind of have a map to work with, sort of plugging in those different colors and where you're missing information. You'll notice here I put those circles over those anchors that didn't have bubbles or didn't have facts, because I know that I need to find some of those sources. I did the same thing over here too. Alright, so again, this is my finished product after I've sort of plugged in the planning aspect. At this point, I know where I need to go back and research. Also, I could put this into an outline if I wanted to, like a traditional outline, but I really like to use these as a checklist. So I know I can just go ahead and start writing. I could just go ahead and start at that intro with that attention getter, or maybe I feel inspired to write that 3rd paragraph first. It doesn't really matter. At this point, it's just you and your writing. So, I hope this helps, and I hope to see you at the Writing Center, at least online. Happy writing!